Congratulations, class of 2020. You've made it. Today is the culmination of all your hard work, dedication, and tenacity. Today, we celebrate you and your remarkable accomplishments. Wherever you are watching, surrounded by loved ones physically or virtually, please stand as ROTC cadets from several high schools across the district and HISD lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance and the Texas Pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God,
indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag.
I pledge
allegiance to the
Texas, one state,
under God,
one and indivisible.
Thank you, cadets. We appreciate you being with us virtually today. Class of 2020, this year has been unprecedented. As we departed for spring break in March, no one, certainly not me, imagined that we would be out for the rest of the school year. You left the hallways of your school without saying goodbye to your teachers or hugging your friends. You didn't get to dress up in your beautiful prom dress or stylish tuxedos and dance at your prom. Most importantly, you did not get a chance to walk across the stage at your high school graduation. By any measure, what you've missed is significant. And when you remember this time in your life, it will feel bittersweet. But when you think back, I also want you to remember that the class of 2020 is the class that persevered in the most daunting of circumstances. You made the best of a difficult and frankly scary situation by embracing online learning. You kept up with your studies and inspired each other to keep going despite all the challenges and uncertainty. You found new, innovative ways to stay connected and foster your bonds of friendship. You even found the time to work on your dance skills on TikTok. Oh yes, I've seen those savage challenge videos. Class of 2020, you never lost sight of your goals, hopes, and dreams. You've learned an important and crucial lesson early in your life, that adversity should not hold you back, but push you forward toward innovation and give you just the right motivation to help you thrive despite your circumstances. In a time marked by fear, you were fearless, and that is exactly how I will always remember you. As you go forth and prepare to leave your footprint in the world, I want you to carry that same resilience and courage with you. Don't focus on what you've lost. Focus on what you've gained: adaptability, perseverance, and strength. Anytime you face a challenge that shakes the belief in yourself, remember what this time has taught you. You can rise above anything that seeks to weigh you down. You are the class of 2020. Congratulations, graduates. I know you will continue to make us all proud. Now please welcome our talented students from the Kinder High School for the Performing and Visual Arts as they perform America the Beautiful.
Oh, beautiful, the spacious sky, for our memories all reign, for purple mountains, majesties, all the rosy day. America, America, God
Welcome, graduates, families, and honored guests. It's a pleasure to have you here at the 2020 Furr High School graduation, virtual graduation. It's an honor this year to graduate this amazing group of seniors of Furr High School that have endured so much during this trying time. No one would have imagined that we would be participating in a graduation virtually such as this, instead of being together in one space, friends and family around us. But now I know that you've shared the link to the virtual graduation, you're watching with family by your side, and you're celebrating you together for your graduation. This journey wasn't always easy to get where you are today. Actually, it may have seemed impossible, but if you imagine 4 or 5 months ago, if we'd be here online, you may have not thought so. But your hard work and dedication is why you are here today. As we adapt to this new way of living, we have to remember that you've worked your whole lives to get where you are today to take the next steps in your education and your life. I wanted to write a short speech that was reflective of some advice that I wanted to give you as you set on for this next part of your life, or set out for this next part of your life. The first piece of advice that I wanted to give you is that your voice matters. You need to use your voice. Some people may not want to hear your voice. Some people may want to keep your voice down, but you need to remember what we taught you here at Furr High School, is that we listened to your voice and we made changes based on what you said, and so the world should do the same for you. And if you do not get the change that you see, you need to advocate and be there to stand up for what is right. The next piece of advice I wanted to share is have compassion, especially during a time like this. Say yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Hold the door open for the person coming behind you. Help the elderly lady cross the street. These are all things you can do that are small pieces of compassion, but know that each of you has a heart, and you need to use that heart and use your power and your voice for good. The next piece of advice, and I think this class knows, is that you have to work hard to get what you want and for what you want to achieve. You have to remember that nothing in life is free. Just because someone's generous or gives you something doesn't mean that's a free pass. You have to take that, appreciate it, and continue to work hard to get what you want. Especially now, not knowing how colleges and universities or what work's gonna look like in the next couple of months, you're gonna have to work hard. You have to take information in, you're gonna have to process it and understand how are you gonna take these next steps in your life to be successful. Finally, love your friends and love your family. They're the ones watching with you today, celebrating you, happy that you're here, that you're done with your K-12 education and you're free to go to college, start your career, maybe go to college later, but they love you and they want to see you succeed. So you have to remember that. Now that my speech is over, we'll continue the rest of the graduation. Following the valedictorian, salutatorian, and the HISD trustee presentation of awards, we will have the presentation, of the senior class of 2020.
Hi, my name is Daniela Luna, and I am honored to be Furr Class of 2020 valedictorian. I would like to first congratulate every graduate of Furr High School. Not only of Furr High School, I congratulate every senior across the nation. In the blink of an eye, these 4 years have passed by. With little time to ponder at this stage of our lives, we ask, what are we going to do after graduation? While many know what their plans are, many are like me. We do not know what path to take now. I remember my freshman year, I wanted to become a doctor, a dermatologist to be exact. My thoughts contrast from my freshman year to this day. I no longer desire a medical career. I am undecided. I do not know what I want to do with my life. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop my journey and do nothing with my life. Ultimately, the goal in life is to make something out of yourself. Life doesn't end with a diploma. It marks the end of one chapter and the beginning of a new one. Life is like a race. You give it your all in hopes of soaring to the top. Control your pace, maneuver the obstacles. Take different turns that charge your direction. The goal you reach will be the one where you win. Ultimately, our successes and our failures turn into lessons and guidance for future generations. Remember, when you're feeling at your lowest, the only direction from there is up. So class of 2020, our year may have been cut short, but we still have so much to look forward to. Remember, just behind every ending is a new beginning. Congrats and thank you. Greetings, everyone. My name is Tanya Garcia, and I am proud to be the salutatorian of the Furr High School class of 2020. I would like to start by thanking each and every one of you for being here today, our special day. This is the day where we can finally say, we made it. It feels as if we were just yesterday, those freshmen stepping into the courtyard at the original Furr High School site. We did not know what the next 4 years will be like. Our backgrounds are different. We are a diverse student body, and our paths to here vary. We have faced many obstacles along the way, and we have overcome them. Others may have judged us or held unrealistic expectations of us, yet we made it. We are here, class. We are the class of 2020. So yes, I commend each and every one of you for persevering through challenges and for becoming the resilient human being that you have proven to be, and for not allowing anything or anyone stop you from achieving success. I would like to briefly share my story with you. I know we just like to make sacrifices and share the burden of meeting the household needs around the household while remaining an honor student. A daughter of immigrants, I live by the phrase that I learned from my mother, no sufras como nosotros, which translates into, do not suffer like us. These few words motivate me. My parents received minimal education in Mexico. In my family, I have seen how hard life can be without receiving a formal education. These adversities serve as my motivators. I aspire to show my parents que sí se puede. We can do it. I will be the first in my family to graduate high school. I will be the first in my family to pursue a college education. And I share this with you with the hope that you can see, regardless the stereotypes or statistics, you can overcome. You are an overcomer. Aprovecho este momento para dedicarle esto a mi familia, quien siempre creyó en mí. Mamá, lo hice. A pesar de todos los días que cuando trabajabas mucho no teníamos tiempo de vernos, lo hicimos. Me has enseñado lo que ningún libro podría. Verla luchar sin quejas es lo que me has motivado a seguir adelante. Aún, solo me han dado más ganas de nunca darme por vencido. Aprendí a nunca dejar nuestra raíz de ser hispanos que nos define. Y para todos los padres que pensaron que el idioma era un obstáculo para el estudio, les quiero decir que su hijo e hija son excepcional. Por eso, hoy se gradúan. De parte de todos nosotros, gracias por darnos valores y gracias por todo lo que han hecho por mí. Sus sacrificios nunca serán inadvertidos. Recuerda, esto solo es el comienzo para lo que está por venir. This is to the class of 2020. We made it. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Sue Dygard, President of the HISD Board of Education. On behalf of all 9 members of the board, congratulations on your historic achievement today. No other graduating class has had to endure the hardships and overcome the obstacles that all of you have faced in your final year of high school. We are proud to honor you, and we send best wishes for your future endeavors.
Hello, and welcome to your commencement celebration. All of us on the HISD Board of Education wish we could see you walk across that ceremonial stage and proudly receive your diploma. And I know that you wish the same. Seeing you graduate is the best thing about being a trustee. I know this semester has been nothing like what any of us would have imagined. But where there are challenges, there are also opportunities. You can set the standard for what your life will be like going forward. You learned so much this year, and not just academically. You learned that you're much stronger than you thought. And you learned that you can do whatever you set your mind to. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "You don't have to see the whole staircase, just take the first step." You will sometimes have self-doubt, and you may need to ask for help, as we all do. Just know that in the end, you will triumph, just as you have triumphed today. We as educators could not be prouder of all that you have accomplished through such adversity. You have what it takes to continue to succeed after high school. Sí se puede. Dr. Seuss said, "Kid, you'll move mountains. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way." Felicidades to the class of 2020. And now, on behalf of the trustees of the HISD Board of Education, it is my great pleasure to share with you the names of the recipients of the Board of Education Student Awards, a distinctive honor given annually to an outstanding male and female senior in recognition of their overall exceptional accomplishments in the areas of academic achievement, character, service, and leadership to Furr High School. And now the recipients of the 2020 Board Awards are Outstanding Young Woman, Omarion Vaughn and Yulisa Cabrera. Outstanding Young Man, Devin Armstrong. Congratulations, Class of 2020.
Daniela Luna. Tania Garcia. Aaron Villarreal. Samantha Nicole de la Cruz. Omarion Hinevon. Yasmin Gon. Devin Terrell Malcolm Armstrong. Durva Parish Patel. Andrea Elizabeth Mendoza. Amy Herrera Sanchez. Abigail Martinez Lopez. Nayeli Chavez. Grace Damaris Danis. Jessica Lopez Sauceda. Alejandra Isabella Castaneda Fuentes. Jose Boaner Jumanzor Palacios. Edson Gerardo Eguia. Carlos Roberto Camacho. Jocelyn Shakira Guzman. Susan Mayorga. Abigail Aquino. Fatima Guadalupe Campos. Yulisa Alejandra Cabrera. Cristel Nayeli Abrego Ortega. David Deshaun Aguilar. Jesus Antonio Aguilar. Katia Guadalupe Aguilar Montoya. Fernando Javier Alvarado. Galisa Nicole Alvarez. Diana Nicole Angula Lopez. Hugo Ariano Jr. Giovanni Ariano. Bryston Royce Otis Baker. Tyler Ray Barton. Imanol Batrez. Antoinisha Sherelle Benson. Christian Devon Bonner. Kayla Cabrielis. Kevin Steve Callejas. Noelia Deona Cardoza George. Jose Gabriel Carroz. Alia Giovanna Carrillo. Rafael Castaneda. Adolfo Angel Castro. Claudia Elizabeth Castro. Jasmine Cepeda. Eric Cervantes, Andres Chavez, Lance Clark, Nicholas William Joshua Cofield, Benu Remesu Connor, Horacio Contreras, Daniel Corona Nunez, Jayshawn Shakur Davis, Brianna Mercedes de la Cruz, Daniela Zuseth del Angel Resendiz, Oscar Daniel del Angel Resendiz, Desiderio Jacob Rene de Leon, Ivan de Leon, Jose Emmanuel Doroteo, Devin Alexander Elizalde, Caleb Joel Esparza, Derek Jesus Esparza, Nayeli Yareli Estrada, Abiel Fernandez, Brandon Ismael Flores, Giselle Flores,
You to my family for supporting me, and I look forward to this next chapter in my life.
Juana Flores, Kelly Estrella Flores, Victoria Flores Burgos, Erica Nicole Franklin, Derek Jarrett Frias, Isaiah John Galindo, Juan Jesus Gallegos, John Daniel Galnares, Matthew Jared Galvin, Ana Gabrielle Garcia, Aurora Garcia, Darren Anthony Garcia, Juana Garcia, Vanessa Garcia Gonzalez, Estefania Garcia Santamaria, Michael David Garcia Hernandez, Trenton Isaiah Gardner, Allison Nicole German, Priscilla Maciel Glover, Ana Laura Gomez, Candelario Gonzalez Jr., John Alexis Gonzalez, Luis Enrique Gonzalez, Felipe de Jesus Gonzalez, Jamie Govea, Karen Marari Guerrero, Jason Daniel Guerrero, Daniel Alexander Gutierrez, Elijah Anthony Gutierrez, Isaac Gutierrez, Noah Gloria Gutierrez Jr., Marisol del Rosario Guzman Ayala, Daniel Sidney Hall, Derek Lee Hawkins Jr., Nelson Kenyatta Henry Jr., Cristobal Hernandez Jr., Marcus Stephen Hernandez, Marlon Alejandro Hernandez Ramirez, Daisy Alejandra Hernandez, Luke Rene Hernandez, Kevin Orlando Sosa Hernandez, Ebony Rochelle Herrera, Montserrat Herrera, Arvin Orlando Herrera Quiroz, Matthew Valentin Ibarra, Jacinto Jaregi Jr., Ania Janelle Johnson, Jadine O'Shara Johnson, Trezoria Ikea Jones, Leslie Rena Kibodeau, Jose Andres Leon Cordon, Justin Joseph Lewis, Elva Nelly Lopez, Maria Dolores Loza, Kevin Jose Maldonado, Fatima Zuhair Maliki, Jose Andrew Marina Lorena, Amanda Marino, Jacqueline Alicia Marquez, Diana Allison Martinez, Edgar Alejandro Martinez Enriquez, Jonathan Arturo Martinez, Julissa Martinez, Karen Martinez,
My name is Karen Martinez. I'm from Furr High School. I'm the first one to graduate in my family, and I'm so thankful to my mom and dad for helping me on these 4 years of high school.
Caricia Martinez, Carlos Martinez Jr., Christopher Mata, Belle Lauren McAdams, Brianna Isalia Medrano, Giselle Guadalupe Mendez, Yoli Esmeralda Mendoza Flores, Cesar Osvaldo Mercado, Marilyn Molina Ariza, Xavier Brandon Molinar, Ayala Shelby Montalvo, Alejandra Montalvo, Jesus Guadalupe Montoya, Mark A. Ethan Moreno, Juan Ori Morgan, Matthew Javier Mota, Oscar Dahut Morillo Gonzalez, Donovan Torrance Murphy, Bridget Abigail Navarro, Catherine Yolani Nunez Rodriguez, Michaela Marie Orona, Araceli Angeline Lily Ortiz, Jasmine Elena Otero, Tiffany Amber Palacios, Lakyra Jewel Parker, Luis Miguel Perez, Stephen Perez, Dumo Sotompono, Elizabeth Adele Porak, Jamie Abigail Quintanilla, Caroline Francis Quiroz, Wilman Antonio Ramirez Parada, De Leon Xavier Ram, Adolfo Ramos, Brittany Angela Ramos Jaramillo, Jonathan Alvarado Ramos, David Andrew Ramirez Jr., Shiv Rajendra Sin Rathod, Carlos Benjamin Renato, Leslie Yvette Ramirez, Daniela Alexandra Reyes Rosales, Zoe Atlantis Riojas, Gabriela Alexandria Rios, Jair Alexis Rios, Brian Oswaldo Rivera, Alan Jerome Rivera Negron, Rachel de la Caridad Rivero Medina, Sebastian Ariel Rodriguez, Michaela Damali Rodriguez, Emilio Gael Rodriguez Valdez, Luis Alan Rodriguez Jr., Margarita Rojas, Jose Antonio Roldan, Kenya Jacqueline Romero Osorio, Sal Romo, Josue Daniel Rubio Alvarado, Brandon Guadalupe Ruiz Vasquez, Nayeli Ruiz, Noe Ruiz Jr., Javier Ivan Salazar, Jamie Gabriel Salazar Yanez, Edwin Santiel Salto Salaman, Daniel Sanchez, Gerardo Uriel Sanchez, Yesenia Sanchez, Matthew Maximus Sandoval, Israel Serrano, Jose Alberto Sanchez Bermudez, Valeria Serrano, Carolai Sevilla, Gavin Emmanuel Lee Smith, Paul Anthony Stewart, Pawaras Sukprasan, Kevin Stewart Tabora, Herbert Quinn Talley V, Devion Lionel Thornton, Adrian Torres, Yesenia Alejandra Torres, Tien Chi Tran, Carolina Trejo, Angelique Marie Valdez, Alexander Valderrama Romo, Jacob Alvin Valles, Oscar Giovanni Vargas, Eduardo Efran Vargas Jr., Priscilla Ana Karen Vasquez, Raul Vasquez Jr., Cristina Vasquez, Crystal Vasquez, Maria del Carmen Villa Martinez, William Esquiel Villatoro, Richard Chuck Villala, Deanna Drenell Williams, Lotus Eugene K. Wilson, Tehran Philip Jomar Young, Erica Zagata Silva, Jorge Robert Zamora, Nevea Zane Zamora, Melanie Michelle Zamudio, Samuel Zapatero Rizzo, Kevin Daniel Zelaya Ortiz, Jerson Daniel Zavala Cruz, Kevin Lorenz Hernandez, Jesus Martinez, Julio Cesar Rodriguez.
Class of 2020, wasn't that a different but amazing experience where we were able to honor you in your virtual graduation? Now, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. By the power vested in me by the state of Texas and the Board of Education of the Houston Independent School District, and upon recommendation of the administration and faculties, I confer on you the high school diploma with all the rights, privileges thereunto appertaining on this 14th day of June 2020.